The Constitutional Court's ruling on President Yoon Suk Yeol's fate tomorrow may lead to a number of potential scenarios. Our correspondent Oh Soo-young tells us what they are.
The fate of President Yoon Suk Yeol and the nation hangs on the Constitutional Court's decision on his impeachment on Friday. The ruling will mean immediate consequences regarding the governance of the country, as the leader's removal or reinstatement spells out very different outcomes. If the court upholds the impeachment, Yoon would become the nation's second president in history to be removed from office, following Park Geun-hye's impeachment 8 years ago. Effective immediately, Yoon would have to vacate his office for good and leave the official residence in Yongsan-gu District. He would lose all post-presidential privileges, no pension, no office, no staff support, and no burial rights at the National Cemetery. His protection would be limited to basic personal security. With the leadership vacuum made permanent, Prime Minister Han Duck-soo would continue as acting president until an early election is held within 60 days. On the flip side, if the impeachment is dismissed with prejudice, it would mean the court has found the National Assembly's grounds for his removal insufficient, and the case is closed for good. After over 3 months of suspension, the president would immediately resume his duties. It's expected he'd then address the public through a televised message or press conference. His first tasks back in office are likely to focus first on foreign policy and national security, as there has not been top-level engagement with the United States since President Donald Trump's inauguration. Yoon would also begin laying out proposals for constitutional and political reform as pledged during his final court appearance. While his impeachment case would be closed for good, Yoon would still face investigations regarding his December 3rd martial law declaration, but during his presidency, be immune from charges other than for treason and insurrection. Another scenario is the court dismissing the case without prejudice. The case would be dropped due to legal or procedural issues, meaning the bench decided not to rule on the grounds or evidence presented. The president would return to office, but the National Assembly could reattempt impeachment in the future. 6 or more justices must consent to uphold an impeachment. 3 or more justices deciding against impeachment would lead to a dismissal. While sources say the justices have reached an understanding on the verdict, they're likely to sign off on their decision at the very last minute, either in the evening before or early in the morning of the ruling. This is to maintain utmost confidentiality. The ruling takes legal effect the moment the presiding justice reads the decision on live TV. President Yoon's lawyers told press on Thursday that the suspended leader has decided not to go to the court to hear his verdict in person, taking into account the need to maintain public order and presidential security arrangements. In past impeachment cases, former Presidents Park Geun-hye and Oh Soo-young did not attend their ruling sessions. Oh Soo-young, Arirang News.